Hey guys, Michael Sanchez here. I'm going to show you guys how to hold the bow today. So by this lesson, you've understood how to tune, you've understood the basics of left hand position, how to play a song. So the goal is to get you to understand how to use the bow so that we can play Mary Had a Little Lamb with the bow, okay? So all these things I'm going to teach you are critical and are really going to set you up properly for success. So try to pay attention to every little thing that I'm mentioning and do it as close as you can do to what I'm explaining, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is take your hand and just relax it as much as possible and put the hand out in front of you as relaxed as you can be. Just like if you were sleeping, how would your hand be loose and relaxed when you're sleeping? Okay? No tension, just relax. Okay? What I'm going to do is put the bow into my hands, and you're going to notice there's not much change at all to what it looks like when I put the bow into the hands. Okay? The goal is to have the hand as relaxed as possible when we're playing so that we don't get bow bounces, we don't get screeches, we get a clean, crisp sound when playing the violin. Okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to take the thumb and make sure it's curved and natural like this, not stiff and banana thumb, I call it. And I want you to put it into this groove right here. Okay, this little groove in the bow. You see that? So I want you to put that thumb right into that groove. And the key is to avoid the number one bad habit for the violin, which is a stiff thumb. Number one, it happens all the time. Even students with 10 years experience have a stiff thumb. If you can avoid this, you're going to be soaring much faster, more efficiently than most students, okay? Pay really close attention to the thumb not pressing up against the bow this way. That's the key. Because when there's pressure going this way against the bow, it causes tension, and that's what causes bad sound. So the thumb can do that the worst, okay? So we don't want to be pushing this way ever. All the thumb is doing is pushing up, really just holding the bow up as you're pressing down with the index, okay? It's just supporting the bow. It's not pushing this way. Very, very important, okay? So the thumb is in the proper position. Notice the pinky, and I want you to look at the pinky knuckle, okay? A lot of students, when they first start, they have their hold like this. See how far the pinky is away from the bow? That's a really bad habit. What that does is also promotes that tension this way against the bow. If you can avoid this, this is huge. Get on top of the bow and notice how close the pinky knuckle is to the bow. See that? On top of the bow? This is incorrect. See how far away it is? Get it on top, okay? And then notice how the pinky is curved. It's not stiff, okay? The stiffness is going to feel comfortable to bow. Most students do that bad habit, but that is going to cause bad sounds. We don't want bad sounds. So we want to just have the pinky barely even touching, just kind of there, relaxed, curved, and on top of the bow. These two fingers right here, we want those to just hang over the bow. We don't want those to be touching and not, I shouldn't say touching, shouldn't be pressing, because those can be pressing this way, which is also going to cause bad sounds, okay? So these need to just be hanging over. They're only there for balance, that's all, just to kind of support you, that's all. They're not there to press or to guide the bow, okay? So just let those hang over. Just like I showed you the relaxed hand, don't do anything with those two fingers, okay? The next step is critical, okay? A lot of students have their index finger like this, okay? We want to get you over the top, which also relates to the pinky being on top, but I like to show it like this, that the index should be this far over the stick, not here. It should be here, over the stick, okay? So these things are not going to feel very comfortable, but they're very important because they're going to lessen that tension up against the bow that is critical for a good sound. So at any point when you're holding this bow, I should be able to grab it and do this easily, no matter what you're playing. If you're playing Mozart or you're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, I need to be able to easily circle the bow and feel that there's no tension going this way or this way. Okay, that's critical. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand that and you work on it. So make sure the thumb is always curved, relaxed. The violin is supporting the bow for us. There's no need to over grab. That's a bad habit. Just keep the hand relaxed. The index finger is what guides the bow once we're in that relaxed position. And I'm going to show you right after this drill that's going to really help you. So, but for right now, I'm just explaining the finger placements, and ultimately, this is what's going to help us guide the bow. So watch the next lesson if you want to learn more about how to guide the bow and the drills that are going to help you to get there.